Good evening, everybody. Rose Thorn here. Tonight, I am reacting to Foodie Beauty's live stream called What Does This Mean? So, Foodie finished this up, let's see, how long ago? I'm going to check real quick. 4 hours ago. And I had a little bit of trouble. There was a bit of a power outage in my area. My computer kept turning off. The power was off. So I couldn't do the react earlier. I wanted to wait till everything is stable to do a react. So Foodie did a live for an hour and 33 minutes and basically just let it all hang out. Was talking about a great many things regarding Dede, Nader, uh, basically putting off the vibe that, oh, I don't like him anymore and I had feelings for him, da 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 da. So I'm going to react to this, and on a scale of 1 to 10 as far as being aggravating, I give this about a 9. So before we get started with this react, I'd like to do something for everybody to kind of put everybody into a good headspace so that you can get through this react with me. I made a little something on Canva for you guys, something to relax to. It's a clip of 30 seconds of ocean waves. I know some of you may not be into the ambiance stuff, but it might help to just watch the waves, listen to them for about 30 seconds, give you a chance to, catch your breath and breathe deep before we dive deep into Chantal and her hot garbage mess. So before we get into the Chantal stuff, let me go ahead and play the clip, and then I'll jump into the comments section, and then we'll go on to the video and call it a night. So let me just go ahead and play the clip for y'all. That way you get a chance to breathe and feel good for a minute before we expose ourselves to everything toxic that is Foodie Beauty. So here we go with the clip. That's all you get. You got 30 seconds. That's all I can give you. I can't give you more than that. But at least I gave you 30 seconds, enough time to catch a breath before we get into Foodie. Okay, so you got your 30 seconds of ocean wave ambiance. And now we have to bring up something that's definitely not ambiance. We got to bring up Miss Foodie. Let me go ahead and share the screen. And there she is. There's our lady of the late hour. Hello, Chantal. So, like I said, there's a lot of things revealed in this live stream. Can I give you guys my honest thoughts about this whole ridiculous thing? You know what I think is going on? As someone that I've been reacting to Chantal for quite a while, I've noticed a pattern. I've noticed a pattern that the last week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks of the month, that's when Chantal really puts her foot to the gas pedal as far as trying to find a way to get people to part with their money. I mean, she pours on the extra drama. She makes things a little bit more toxic, but she's really shooting for that last little bit of money before the pay period is over. So the pay period is just about over. She just got paid today, but there's 8 days left in the month. And lately, people have not been giving her the super chats. And not a lot of people are tipping Nader on his channel either. So I'm pretty certain that at some point, either there was a phone call made or a meeting where they sat down and thought about what can we do to get people to tip on both channels? What can we do to increase the views for both channels? Well, due to the legal proceedings arc that Chantal introduced to her channel, she can't go on Nader's channel anymore and make a physical appearance because that would go against the arc that she introduced. So all she can really do is talk about Nader and get people to go over to his channel to see if there's any kind of tea on Chantal. And that way it at least will generate some extra views for him. So here she is in this live stream and she talks all about him. And she does it in such a way that she does it on purpose. She says things on purpose to get people aggravated and to send those hateful super chats because honestly, it doesn't matter if the super chat is for a positive reason or a negative reason. It all goes to the same bank and it all spends the same way. So here she is playing stupid on a lot of things. And again, she's manipulating her audience. She's doing it on purpose. And she's putting off this vibe of, I'm awake now and I didn't realize these things about Nader. And a lot of the gullible beezers are eating it up. They are. She probably got more super chats tonight than she has in a little while. And that's exactly why she did what she did tonight and why she said what she said. So let's get into the comments section because you guys know I love the comments section, probably more than the actual video itself. It's definitely a lot more entertaining. Andrea says, he swore he wasn't cheating and I believed him while Dede was living with him. You've got to be kidding me. You know, Chantal likes to play to her audience and give off this act that she's as dumb as a rock. I think in some ways she might be, but when it comes to money, she is diabolical. You don't have to be a genius to scam people out of money. You just have to know how to do it. And she definitely knows how to do it. She knows how to manipulate people's feelings for her financial advantage. You know, so she's playing dumb in this whole live and getting people aggravated and getting people talking and getting the engagement. She knew that he was sleeping with her, but what could she do? They weren't in a relationship. He never claimed her. And she was so desperate to have a piece of him that she would put up with even just a sliver of him. And she would be content with that if that's all he offered. Space BB says, could not imagine making myself look like a fool for someone like Nader. I think most of us were hoping that would have clicked by now. Well, and then there's Chantal. And she's very happy to make herself look like a fool if it means that she gets some sort of reward at the end of her being that fool. So she gets online and makes a fool of herself. By making a fool of herself, she gets well paid. And by being well paid, she can pay Nader, and Nader will give her attention. So she makes herself look like a fool, but there's definitely a purpose and a reason behind it. Sparrow Wren says, living in a hell of your own creation is delightful to watch. I'm not sure why everyone is so convinced that you live without consequence. Never change, Chantal, LOL. For every action, there is a reaction. For every action, there's a consequence. And just because you do things and you do not have to deal with immediate consequences does not mean they will never come. You know, if you write a check, at some point, it's got to get cashed. So you never know. Maybe some of the things that Chantal has said and has done will come back to bite her in the behind. I honestly think that as far as Nader is concerned, he is the perfect partner for Chantal. They are both equally scummy, disgusting, evil, manipulative, narcissistic, controlling. He is her perfect partner. He is exactly like her, and they should be together. For that reason, they both should be allowed to be together and make each other miserable for the rest of their lives. That's my honest thought. Let them have each other. Let them be together. Let them make each other miserable. He deserves it and she deserves it. She deserves all the hell he's going to bring into her life, and she deserves all the hell he's going to bring into her life. Susie K says, I will never understand how Nader has two women fighting over him. Besides his obvious flaws, what does he have to contribute to a relationship? I know love is blind, but WTF. You know, Nader is someone that, I'm not one to judge people's looks, but I think one of the things that he has going for him in a negative sense is he knows how to control and manipulate people, especially weak women. If you're a weak woman and you've got an Achilles heel, you've got some sort of emotional weakness or hole in your armor or dent in your armor, he's going to find it. He's going to talk to you, and he's going to figure out what it is that emotionally that you're craving, and he will cater to that. There are women on his channel, one of his mods actually, that on the It's Water Weight video that I talked about in one of my reacts, one of his ex mods, that's a bit of an older lady, he buttered her up and she gave him quite a bit of money. And as far as Chantal, well, he figured out Chantal pretty quickly. And he figured out that she is a lonely, thirsty, love-starved woman. And so he caters to that. He finds out what you're emotionally craving and what your emotional needs are, and he exploits them. So as far as what he looks like physically, I don't think that's the power that he has over women. I think it's just his sense of being able to manipulate whatever he can out of those who are mentally, emotionally weaker than he is. Jacqueline M says, I guess I better watch this while she's asleep because there's a 95% chance she's going to dirty delete this when she wakes up and drives to his motel tomorrow. Oh, yeah. That's why I'm trying to cover it tonight. I don't know how much I'm going to get, but I'm trying to hurry because she will delete it because she doesn't want him to know that she's talking about him. Or y'all, if she does leave it up, that might be confirmation that him and her talked, and she might have had permission to do this for the sake of driving attention back to his channel. Because like I said, without her, his views and his super chats suck. If she can't be physically there to help him get the views and get the super chats via her own beezers, then the most she can do for him is talk about him and keep eyes on his channel. But she might dirty delete, she may not, but if she doesn't, that's almost a confirmation that they talked and she was given permission for this live. Let's see. Cat's Meow says, this woman is going to be doggone near 80 years old, still on YouTube talking about this. I swear to goodness, she will not let this go no matter what he does to her or they do to each other. No matter if the law is involved or abuse or drugs, sad. For all intents and purposes, Nader is as good as she can possibly get right now because she is not willing to improve herself as a person. She's not willing to make herself into a better person. She's not willing to improve the way she thinks, the way she lives, the way she treats people. She is a selfish, self-centered, controlling, manipulative, vindictive, evil person who happens to be quite filthy in her ways. So what decent man is going to put up with that? Nobody. Nobody. Who's going to put up with a woman who doesn't bathe for days, brush their teeth for days. Their house looks like a landfill. No decent man is going to put up with that. She pays for Nader because Nader is willing to put up with Chantal for short periods of time. She will never be able to have him full time, but she craves companionship. And even though she can get that from Pete, she can't get what she wants from Pete. So she runs to Nader and she's willing to give him thousands of dollars just to get a sliver of his attention. Layla says, Nader is the only thing that offers excitement in her life. It's no wonder she latches on to him. What else does she have? That's a very good point, Layla. See, here's the problem with Chantal. We as people, we as humans, we are motivated by what we have around us and inside of us that makes us happy. If you have a life where there's very few things in your day or in your week that make you happy, even if those things are harmful and toxic, you will not let them go because you don't have anything healthy or pleasurable to replace those things with. In other words, she's got all of her addictions and she holds tightly onto her addictions because she has not found healthy replacements to grab onto once she lets go of the addictions. You know, she takes pleasure in all the food she eats, the drugs that she does, her time around Nader, shopping. You know, she's always chasing that momentary pleasure. There are other things in life that could give her pleasure, increased pleasure, healthy pleasure, but those would require research and work. She doesn't want to do the research. She doesn't want to do the work. She doesn't want to replace her addictions. She wants to hold on to them. And since her addictions are all she has, if you take those things away, she has nothing in life to look forward to. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing that will give her pleasure beyond the drugs and the food and Nader. You know, she's literally got nothing else. There's no substance to her life. If she ever hopes to beat her addiction, she's going to have to find something else to grab onto that gives her as much pleasure or more than the pleasure and the happiness that her addictions give her, if that makes any sense. We Are All Vultures says BBJ is not using the litter tray. 1, her tray is very dirty. 2, medical problems, arthritis or infection, etc. You know what? We Are All Vultures. I would like to add one more to that list. Cats usually don't use a litter box for a few reasons. You're right on the first one. Her tray might be very dirty. Also true, medical problem might be involved. But the third factor might be stress. Cats, sometimes when they're angry at you or they're stressed out, they will go outside the litter box. So in the past, Pizza's told us that the litter boxes did not get changed for 3 months. So who out there wants to bet that that might be the case again? And that's why BBJ isn't going in her box, because there's literally no way to do her business in the box. She might have a medical problem. I pray that is not the case. I pray that there's nothing wrong with BBJ, no urinary infection. I pray that that's not what's going on here. But if BBJ or Sam, if they're peeing outside the box, it might be due to stress because of all the dirt, the filth, the smell. I mean, cats have a very strong sense of smell. They do. They use their sense of smell for everything. If that house is filthy, they'll probably be very, 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 very stressed out. So in the space of a few days, we have found out that Chantal did not have proper wet food for BBJ. And now this poor baby can't use her litter box. Chantal, there's not enough curse words in the world to describe what I'm thinking right now about you. There's no excuse for that baby to live that way. You should be ashamed of yourself. If you can't take care of your cats, Chantal, give them to somebody else who will. It's time. You want to go run off with Nader and be with Nader, fine, do it. But don't let those babies live in that squalor. Give them to somebody who will take care of them. I got to share my thoughts with you guys. I mean, here's what scares me. Now that she's back on with Nader, Nader does not like the cats. And the cats tend to be more neglected when he's around than when he's not around. So if ever this is going on right now, what's going to happen later? What's going to happen later? I'm scared to ask that question. Let's see. Darkest Coven says that text, being it was sent a while ago, is crystal clear. It means I know him the same way you do. Open your eyes. It means yes, she's with him and has been since they met. Come on, you have seen that. Yeah, if somebody's saying read between the lines, read between the freaking lines. You know what it means. You know what it means. Stephanie Rose says it's going to take for Nader to set up this dummy, Chantal, offer some big money for her to realize he doesn't give a crap about her. And honestly, I feel even if he had her robbed or extorted for some money, she'd give up the money and still be with him. Yep, I agree. I said that because I feel like it's something he's capable of knowing how naive and stupid she is. You know what? It's not a matter of her being naive or stupid. Chantal's just love drunk. You know, she is so crazy about Nader. She's so obsessed with Nader that when it comes to food or men, Chantal will fixate on one thing or one person and then just run the distance with it and not let it go. So she grabbed onto Nader. She's not let go of Nader. Like when it comes to food, she'll find one food item and eat it to death for months until she wants something else. So she's got a problem with having an obsessive nature. She's constantly fixating on things and then just not being able to get away from those things or those people. Third world basement trash says anyone who believes one bit of this liar's story is gullible. None of this happened. She was hoping for sympathy super chats. Yes to all of that. As I said to y'all, I think that this live tonight, that was her throwing everything but the kitchen sink at her audience, throwing everything out there that she could for sympathy to get those super chats again. And she's also been doing a little bit of something of trying to, you know, fix Nader's image, maybe try to figure out a way to bring him back on camera with her. Yeah, that too. And also to get some eyes back on his channel when he finally goes back on camera to get the super chats for him. But Chantal and Nader have had some talks. You know they have. They've sat down, smoked a fat one, and tried to think about how they can maneuver their way around their audiences to change the tide of how people feel about them and get that money flowing. You know that happened either on the phone or in person. They sat down and had a meeting trying to figure out a way to milk their viewers of money. You know that took place. You know it did. You know it did. Laura H says, you deserve every and anything Nader gives you. I mean that sincerely. Yeah, she does. She's a terrible person. She's hurt a lot of people. I say let them be together. Let them be a couple. Make each other miserable for the rest of their lives. Let nobody stand in their way. Nobody can make Chantal as miserable as Nader does. And nobody can make Nader as miserable as Chantal does. They are meant to be together. Yes, they do. Amor Yatu says she never ordered food. She went to text Nader and now she went to call him back. By the way, that text isn't new. This is their new love triangle. 1 week he's with Dede. The next he's with Chantal. The sugar moms share their sugar baby. Well, that's an interesting theory. So maybe Nader is kind of like, I don't know, You know, like they both have their time with Nader. That's an interesting theory, though. You know, Dede gets him for a week, then Chantal gets him for a week. We're gonna know if he's still with Dede because the rumor is that Dede kicked him out. We're gonna know if he does a live at her house and does the cooking there, if that's true. But the fact that those two ladies might be sharing him, that might be a possibility. So that's enough for the comments. Let's go on to the actual live. Hope you guys enjoy. If you do, please subscribe and leave a comment. So let's get to, shall we?
Yellow shirt with the map behind looks good. Yeah, it looks like whatever continent that is. China. Kaylee! Prissy Hippie! I missed everyone too. Vance Beezer, Vegas in a tizzy. Rhonda. Hi, BB Junes. Moth, Desi. Hello, Jeremy. Just maybe, since I'm not getting any answers from the person who sent me that text message, maybe I could ask your opinion on what that means. Because I was asked to read between the lines. So I'd like to really know what that.
Wasn't she an English major? Didn't she go to like college and she was an English major and she doesn't know what that means? Read between the lines. How educated are you, Chantal? See, I hate this manipulation act she's got going on. What does it mean? Read between the lines. You know what it means.
That means. What it means. This was from a while. Actually, it got me thinking. This text message was from a little while ago, and I just kind of like. She had said that she was just angry at the time. Um. So, but it got me thinking. Like, I know you're gonna think I'm dumb, but I'm seriously just blinded. So, read my message on Instagram. Oh, okay, miss you, meow meow. I will. Thank you. So, yeah, it was her. Anyways, just seeing that it's water weight video with the phone call made me more insane and more sick to my stomach. I'm obsessed. Yeah, maybe a little bit. No, I'm just like obsessed with like just I don't know if I'm like grieving or what, and I'm just like everything is just coming to my mind and Anyway, so the text message was like, Chantal, you see the man lying beside you? Or Chantal, you know the man lying beside you? I know him too. I know him too. I know him too well. Too well. Dot dot dot.
Okay, you know what? I am color me confused right now. Color me completely confused. Y'all remember that Chantal went to go see Nader and Dede, and they had a threesome, an intimate occasion together, and apparently intimate things happened between Nader, Chantal, and Dede. How could Chantal not know that the two of them have been intimate? I mean, she even said that she was okay with the occasion. The only thing she didn't like was seeing Nader and Dede together. I guess because maybe they did something in front of her. But now she's making this confusing statement of, I didn't know they were being intimate. Well, girl, they had relations right in front of you. What do you mean? I'm genuinely confused. Like how she could be so dense. Oh, they're not having an affair. Well, they did stuff in front of you.
This is where you're supposed to read in between the lines. Dot dot dot. Get it? Got it? So what exactly would that if she sent you that text message, what exactly, and I'm not bashing her or anything. This is exactly discussing what that means. I think it means that they were sleeping together, and they lied about it the whole time. Stanley, welcome to Import Beaches, British Peace.
You know, you know what makes this whole situation suck as far as trying to find the truth? If we were just talking about three people off the internet, if none of them had YouTube channels, you were just listening to three people go back and forth each other, then maybe you could find more truth that way. But unfortunately, when it comes to Chantal and Nader and Dede, we're talking about YouTube. This is a monetized platform, right? This is how Chantal makes money. This is how Nader makes money. And the way that Chantal makes money is by creating toxic drama. And she does that by embellishing things and making up stories and making up lies to the point where you don't know where the truth is. You don't know where the lies start. It's all just kind of jumbled together. This is so bad that all of us that are reactors and even the audience, that all we can do is just speculate and try to find specks of the truth somewhere, because money is involved, because profit is involved. You have to look at everything with so much doubt. Like, I doubt what she's saying. I doubt the words that are coming out of her mouth, because we know that she lies and that she will lie for the sake of getting those super chats. It's so sad that we just can't rely on her to tell the truth. She will tell a lie if it means a few extra dollar bills.
She's like, right? Or what would you think? It was from Dede. What do you think reading in between the line means? So,
It means figure it out. I've given you enough clues. Figure it out, dummy.
oh, whenever I brought that to his attention, no, it didn't mean anything. No, there was nothing. You're full of shit. You're crazy. Oh, so I'm not the only fucking person who thinks that, right? TE member for 2 months. When did she send me that text? It was a while ago, like when I was still able to see him.
So why are you bringing it up now? This sounds like this came from a while ago. Why bring up this text message now? This is not something recent. Oh, that's right. The month is almost up, and you need that little bit of extra drama spice on the Chantal stew, and stir the pot a bit to get people throwing those super chats. Got it.
Hmm. So when I brought him, I really believe they didn't sleep. I believed him. Of course, I believed him. I did. No, everybody knew but me. Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Kaylee says he ate her pecan pie right in front of you, right? I mean, what more do you need to see? You guys had a little occasion together. He did things to her in front of you. What more confirmation do you need, Chantal?
Yeah. Just little things like that that I would just brush under because he would deny them and I had no proof. And like finding a pregnancy test in his bathroom one day. Where?
Oh. Okay, so she just dropped that. Finding a pregnancy test in his bathroom. She just dropped that little bit of information. Now remember, y'all, I'm skeptical squirrel over here, and skeptical squirrel is skeptical. We know Chantal. We know she likes to lie. She could be lying right now by saying that, but let's just say, for devil's argument, she's telling the truth about that there was a pregnancy test in his bathroom. If I were a woman walking into a man's bathroom and seeing that, that would mean possibly one of a few things to me. That maybe the guy that I'm interested in, maybe perhaps somebody in the house has gotten a female pregnant and it's not me. It could also point in direction that uh, maybe the guy I'm seeing, that He's not using protection. It's not a good sign that he's being a good boy and keeping it wrapped up. Uh, it would point to a lot of things, that there is some unsafe sexual behavior going on. Somebody might be pregnant somewhere, and the person I might be seeing might be involved. Yeah, I'd be backing up seeing something like that in somebody's bathroom.
Where did that come from? Oh, I don't know. Probably the rat guy. Really? Okay. Who's taking pregnancy tests at your house? What the fuck? Oh my god. I swear to God, they are going to make me crazy with their lies. I cannot. I hate it. I cannot. I feel so sick. I just feel so sick. Yeah, Purple Mermaid, it was her. And then she wants waiting for an apology. Yeah. No, it debunked their whole friendship debunked. How? Because how in the hell is somebody gonna make an elaborate lie like that? Well, how?
You make elaborate lies all the time. The two of you are so suited for each other, Chantal. You are so perfect together. It's not even funny.
Fucking evil. Anyway, I was just curious because I'm not getting obviously any answers, right? So I was like, what does read between the lines?
You know, this person in her chat, Bushmaster, is saying she stole your man. She needs to apologize to you. The last time I checked, Nader was single. He never claimed Chantal. The whole concept of one person stealing another person is just stupid anyway. People are not material possessions. You can't steal them. Each person has their own free will. You can't steal a person like you can a pair of earrings or a videotape. People go where they want to go. They see who they want to see. If Nader wants to go be with Dede or somebody else, that's by his choice. If Nader really cared about Chantal, he'd be with Chantal and not with Dede. So this whole teenager, junior high way of thinking, you stole my man, you stole my woman. You can't steal anybody away. People have their own free will and they go where they want to go.
Mean? What does it mean? What would you guys think? Hi, Katie. Yeah, you can still become a beezer. Do it from Safari. Hi, plain cheeseburgers. Okay. A jelly tots because he tells me he's not a liar, so I believe him. He's so convincing. Or her. I don't know. They're both like, I don't know. Fuck them both. Anyway, I'm done. Done, 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 done. Even, like, obviously it's been done, but I mean, like, what? Like, just all these little things. I was like, I wonder what other people would think, like, what that means. Because they're like, they were trying to brush it off at the time, like it was like, oh, Miss TN.
Tiffany Dawn says he's manipulative and she's a homewrecker. Well, Chantal is a jealous, insecure, narcissistic control freak. So they all should be best friends.
The worst because you have this like you create this idealized, romanticized version of somebody, and you actually like I fucking like fell in love with that person based on shit they were saying to me, you know?
Exactly. TE says he's a narcissist. That is what they do. Oh yeah. He's a narcissist and he's a player. And I'm not even a dude. And I'm looking at Chantal and I can tell you she's an easy target. She leaves herself wide open. All of her weaknesses are right there on the surface. All it would take to figure her out is just a 5-minute conversation. Yeah, Uh, she's manipulative. She's got that vindictive evil side that sneaks up on you. But as far as a hustler walking up to her and thinking, can I get something from her? Can I not? They would look at her and go, yeah, I can definitely get something from this one. She would be a mark, at least for a while. And then Hurricane Chantal would erupt all over you and go, whoa, I didn't expect all this. Then they find out, how manipulative and vindictive she is. And, whoa, I didn't expect all that. But she appears to be, weaker than she is. But then that vindictive streak comes out and you figure out, wow, that's more than what I expected.
I'm trolling. No, I mean that's what. Hi, Tata. Piper, just for my.
Oh, Terry Meek says they are hooking up. They're doing the dang thing. Come on, girl. Oh, they've been doing the doggone thing. Are you kidding me?
My rant in Cuba. That's what she wants an apology for. When they literally, like, I know I have to be accountable for my actions, but like, I swear their lies and everything just like really sunk me even lower. Like, I cannot. Yeah, Lambo. I know. I'm not talking about Nader. I'm asking what your guys' opinion is. Hi, Daffy's mom. About that text message. Like, what would you think about that?
I don't even know why she's coming to her audience and asking anybody's opinion because she already knows how her audience feels about Nader. She knows. She knows that her beezers don't like Nader because of the way that he's behaved, because of the things he said to Chantal. She already knows that. And even if people in her audience gave her really great advice, whatever they say, it's all going to be for naught because she's going to listen to people or act like she's listening to people and then proceed to do what she wants to do. And what she wants to do is be with Nader. It doesn't matter what all you VIBs want, is what she wants. He is someone that she is addicted to, and she's never going to leave alone.
I know, right? That you're sexy dog. Hi, Gemini Gem. Phil Spector. What? Oh no. No, this is from before. This is from before. You're desperate. He's a user. Simple as that. Probably. I'm not desperate though.
Yeah, you are. See, here's the interesting thing about Chantal. She's a very interesting case study, is Foodie. You see, on one side of things, she tries to paint this picture that she is incredibly desirable to the point where she's always got men talking to her. She's always got men sending her messages, right? Always talking about all these different men that she talks to. And yet, this living femme fatale who's got all these men chasing her, all these different choices of men that she could have, what does she choose to be with? A loser scumbag like Nader. Why would such a desirable femme fatale be with a loser like Nader unless that's all she could possibly get? Because Nader is the only person that would put up with Chantal for more than a minute. And the only way he puts up with her is because she pays him by the hour, essentially. She's got to rent a Nader. She's not even renting to own. She's just renting him for the moment. So how desirable are you really, Chantal, if you have to pay a man to give you companionship? How desirable are you really? A woman who has to pay a man thousands of dollars just to spend a couple of days with her, that sounds desperate to me.
Like, I wasn't like looking for anything. Like, I really only Like I have all the like I have so many men I can talk to right now, and like
Imaginary men, but they're all in your head.
I just don't want to. Like I haven't even really talked to Renee or anybody. Uh, Mitsu Meow Meow, welcome here for recipes. Welcome, mainly Maine. Thank you. So for you guys, if you got that text, you would think obviously they were sleeping together. Okay. Yeah. Leslie, I hope. Oh God, I'm trying not to let it destroy me. He'll never settle down. Yep, you're right. I feel like that. That's the type of person he is. Like, and then like, oh no. Anyway, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Oh, the tumbler. It's over here. Sorry. I'll fill it up next. Thanks, teachers. Of course, I'm sad. I'm gonna friggin'. It's just messed up because like it all started like.
Okay, so some of the beezers are trying to snitch out some of the reaction channels and purposely tell Chantal that they're sniping her because they want to see her rage. So Lynn, the grandma, says, I can't help it. I love it when she rages. Besides, she isn't even reading my comments. So there's some trolls in her own chat. They want to see her rage out so bad that they're ratting on the reaction channels. Boo, Lynn, boo. Stop snitching us out, man. Let us have our fun. Shh, I said shh.
We had that really bad fight, whiskey night. Then I went to Windsor by myself, and that like really fucking pissed him off and hurt him.
Okay, Trips the Light says, read between the lines means she will not put in writing that she's been sleeping with him. She's trying to be subtle and wants you to figure it out. So, in other words, saying it without saying it, not giving a lot of detail because a lot of detail is not needed. Yeah, that's reading between the lines. You put two and two together, figure it out.
And then that's when he like got revenge on me with Dede. Trips the Light. Read between the lines means she will not put in writing that she has been sleeping with him. She's trying to be subtle and wants you to figure it out. Yeah, Dede. Well, thanks. Thanks.
But see, this isn't even recent. This was a while ago. She's spotlighting a text that was done a while ago, and she's just now putting it in her video. So in other words, like she's just reaching back into a little bit of history, trying to find anything to put in front of people to make a big deal, to make some new drama, to get some super chats. This is just a last ditch effort to try to get people to start throwing their money at her again, y'all. I'm telling you.
Oh, I feel a lot of anger towards him. Don't worry about that. Because I have feelings for him. That's probably why. I don't care about Dede. I have no feelings for her. Him, I do. Right. So it's harder to be madder at him than her. And obviously, there's just jealousy and everything else. Right in front of you, they haven't hidden anything. No, he does. He has hidden it from me. He's insisted and he swore up and down he does not sleep with Dede. Like you guys don't understand.
Chantal, use your brain cells, what little bit of those you do have left in your head that haven't been smoked away. Do you think a guy that is living off of you, you are his sole source of income? He doesn't have a job. He counts on you for money. knowing how jealous and insecure of a sugar mama you are, knowing how much it would bother you to know that he's having contact with other women, you honestly think he's going to go to you and say, "Yeah, I'm sleeping with other women. I'm talking to other women." You think he's going to F up his paycheck? No. He's going to tell you what he thinks you want to hear, and he's going to keep you nice and mellow and happy so you keep giving up that money. If he's relying on you for money, he's going to tell you everything you want to hear and no more than that. He will never tell you the truth if the truth is something that will endanger the paycheck. He's going to sweet talk you and sweet talk you and sweet talk you as much as he can to get as much as he can out of you.
And he she swore on her mother. She swore on her mother they did not sleep together. That's why I'm asking that.
And how many times have you sworn? I swear, guys, I swear. And how many promises have you broken?
Like, in my heart, yeah. In my heart, I know, but I just, it's still part of me believed him, you know?
Okay, here's a super chat. MHM says you were literally there while he had relations with her before. Why are you questioning if he does it other times, right? I mean, she was right there in the room seeing things happen, and she's just playing dense. I don't get it. I mean, what more proof do you need when you're watching your man and another woman go at it? Ugh, stupid.
And I didn't lie to him. Like, anytime, like, oh my God. Like, what? You were really there while he had sex with her before. No, I wasn't.
Oh, really? You told us that you and Dede and Nader had an occasion. You know what I think happened, y'all? The feeling that I'm getting right now. I think that Chantal came up with this story, trying to get super chats out of people tonight, and she forgot about that part in the arc that she introduced, where she went to go see Nader and Dede, and there was that threesome occasion that she absolutely flipped out over. She forgot about telling us about that. And that's why a lot of people are confused. Like, what do you mean that you didn't know those two were messing around? You had sex with them in the same room. How could you not know? I think she forgot about that part. And now people are bringing it up.
Here, I'm in front of you. Ugh, God. She clearly doesn't care about her mother. She took advantage of her own ailing mother to gain sympathy points for Nader. That's true, Austin Beezer. Yeah, I don't want you to feel bad for me, Meg. I don't care. I don't need your sympathy. I want to know what that text message means. That's what I thought, but they were so adamant it meant nothing. She's like, I was just mad and I'm done with this conversation. Ugh. Anyways. I expected more from Dede. I don't know why. I'm very naive, I guess. So I have her blocked. I don't know if I have her blocked. What purple mermaid? She was a mod? Angela! They can't even keep their lies straight. That's the problem.
And you can't keep yours straight. Because I'm still sitting here, Chantal, thinking, this crap doesn't make sense. Okay, y'all, help me. Help me with this one. I mean, she's told so many lies and there's so many layers that they're starting to bleed into each other. And I'm like, what? It's not making sense. So let's try to keep it straight. before she went to Cuba, on her birthday, she went to go see Nader. Nader, Dede, and Chantal did stuff together, right? That happened because she was flipping the F out about that. She flipped out. You made me do it, blah, 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 right? Okay, so that happened. And then she went to Cuba and she was flipping out about the two of them and going off. Okay, that happened too. Um, Now here she is doing this live saying that I had no idea that they were sleeping together. Chantal, you were literally in the same room at the same time that they were, and all three of you had an occasion. So what do you mean you don't know? You know, it just the whole thing is just madness. Absolute madness. I think she's told so many lies about so many things. She honestly can't keep track of them all to wind them all together and make them all make sense and make them believable.
They think I'm stupid.
You
I
are.
remember him saying that. He's like, don't be stupid whenever I asked him about it. And I'm like, no, the problem is that I'm not stupid. And they won't give me straight answers, so I'll come to the internet for them. Fuck you. I don't know. I didn't know she fuck. Oh. You posted what, Trigger? Karate Dede. Name was. Oh. I do need to. Of course, I need to respect myself more. That's the whole thing, of course. The self-respect and self-love is the only thing that's gonna be like, um,
So Victoria says Dede was a beezer who took it too far. Yeah, she did. She did. She was in Chantal's chat and she was also a mod for Chantal. And then when Nader got his channel, she slid over there and started talking to him on the sly, paying him compliments, throwing him super chats. And then we all heard that phone call. For whatever reason, she just wanted to get next to Nader. And then he just started hanging out with her. Well, Dede, how's that working out for you? Was it everything you hoped for? Was it worth all that trouble that you went to get a hold of him? Somehow I don't think so. Man, you thought you got yourself a Mercedes, but then when you took the keys and started up the car, you figured out it was a lemon. That's what you get.
they're users and liars. Uh-uh.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for Dede. That I don't feel bad for her at all. That's what you get, Dede, for coveting other people's stuff. You know, you should get your own stuff. Don't covet other people's stuff and pursue it and try to take it away from them. You should get your own stuff.
She inserted herself. Now deal with it. Eat it up. Gorda Farid John. It's easier to skip.
Okay, Gorda Farid says it's easier to scam people than to get people to believe they've been scammed. Don't be stupid, you know? Yeah, everybody says that Chantal's not that smart. I disagree. You don't have to be a genius to scam people. You just have to know how to do it. And she's been a scammer and manipulator her whole life. She just found a platform where she can make her scamming and lies profitable. And as you can see, she's done very, very well. Another example of someone who doesn't look smart, but they make a lot of money is Amberlyn Reed. She's a big time liar and scammer. She's not that bright, but she does really well on YouTube, doesn't she? That's because she knows how to play with the audience's emotions.
And people then to get people to believe they've been scammed. What? Say what? Hey, Pete.
Hey, Tess.
What are you getting?
Go away, Pete.
Oh,
I'm boring, sire.
are you gonna go to bed? I'm kind of tired too. I'm just complaining.
As you do,
Why is BBJ crying?
because she sucks.
We have to work on.
You know what, Pete's fuck off. Just for saying that, fuck right off. Did you hear what he said? He's like, because she sucks. Pete, you're so hateful to that cat. You're so hateful. Oh my God, it drives me nuts to see how Chantal and Pete treat poor BBJ. What has she ever done to anybody? Oh my God, it's driving me crazy over here.
On our case of the Mondays.
Do we?
Not right
Do
now.
we really?
Yeah, we have to put work into it. You can do it. Put your work into it. I'm missing a Joy-Con. I have to clean to find it.
Yep. Buried in your ass.
Value myself. Buried in my ass?
Mhm.
Or yours?
Your ass.
Look at him.
Oh,
Why do you need a fucking loser chubby use?
Hey, Sam.
see how unfair that is? He just said BBJ sucks, and now he's like, hi, Sam. Clearly, there's some favoritism in that house between those pets. Chantal dotes on Sam. Pete's like Sam, but he's hateful towards poor BBJ. Actually, they both are.
Hi.
You know him real, real well. Well, he's all yours. All yours.
Maybe I will nap for a bit.
He's like, yeah, I'm getting out of here. Are you gonna nap? Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me
Nothing
to?
to do.
You want me to get you up in a little bit?
Sure.
Yeah, go back to your room and be useless, Pete. Because you came downstairs and did absolutely nothing worth a doggone. Just go back upstairs.
They keep allowing
not
me
gonna
to
kill
believe
time.
I would lie and you believe him. Because like, maybe I want to believe him and Chantal is like, they're good lies. If only they were real.
If only, but they're not. And they're very expensive lies, aren't they? He tells you lies and you pay him thousands of dollars.
I would never touch her. To imagine, like, they don't know the emotional fucking turmoil they put me through that whole, like, month and something that, like, 2 months that they were there. Like, oh my God. Like, imagine having to envision, like, the person you're in love with just, like, fucking railing someone else the way they do you. You know? Like, imagine that. Eating the food that you bought. And you want an apology. I'm just reflecting on this now. And the time, yeah. Like, when I was in it, I did not even care. Did not care. Oh, and this is from before. But it's all just coming back to me.
Well, Prilly says, how can we support you when you go back to him? What can we say? You know what, Prilly? You're not supposed to say anything. The only thing that Chantal wants to hear from all of you Beezers is, okay, Chantal, here's my $5 membership. I'm not going to say anything in protest. Just take my money. And I'm not going to say anything that will tick you off and make you block and ban me. She wants you to just sit there quietly. And when she wants to treat you like a trauma dumping ground, you should let her without complaint. You're supposed to listen to all her problems and all of her whining and all of her crying and complaining about Nader. So, in essence, she wants you to pay her to be her therapy session. You're paying her for the privilege of trauma dumping all over you every day for hours.
You know? I don't know, Kylie. No, Shell. One time. What would you think if you found?
Oh Lord, somebody just brought this up. So this stuffed animal is a gray kitty, and there have been remarks made about Dede's private areas saying it's all gray. I'm wondering if Nader gave her that to troll her.
Fucking pregnancy test in your boyfriend's bathroom. What would you think? Like,
Oh no. Mark R says, this is boring now. Porch lady number 2. New plot line, please. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it is boring. She needs to find something else to talk about. I agree. I second that thought, Mark.
what would you think? Porch lady number 2. It's probably his porch lady's pregnancy test. This can't be any more fucked up. It can't be. Tanspar, she was in your and Natter's chats way before we knew of her. She was stalking him out. Let go and feel better about it. Scum bums, love you. You know what's fucked up, guys? Hold on, trips the light. This relationship mirrors that of your first boyfriend when he was trying to get you and his pregnant girlfriend all.
I'm sorry. If I was dating somebody and I'm going to their house and I'm seeing a pregnancy test in the bathroom, yeah, I'd be walking out of that house and not going back because apparently there's something going on there. And somebody's doing something with somebody and they're obviously something happened. I don't want no part of that. Like, hey, like you're being a bad boy, and I don't want no part of this because you're not playing safe, and I ain't messing with all that.
We'll get along. Oh God, you're right, and like yeah, you're right. Anyway, I'll let you explain exactly what this means and choose to be blind because you.
Bella Jew says, girl, you know exactly what this means and choose to be blind because you're coming on looking for an ounce of hope that he hasn't been lying to you since the start. Yeah, was she coming online looking for people to give her something that would make her think, oh, this is nothing to worry about? She was coming to her audience hoping for that. You know, I'm sitting here thinking about this. So lately, Chantal has had her head cheerleader attitude lately of, I don't care about any of you. I don't care if you leave. I don't care if you cancel your memberships and F you and all this. So is this I care about what you all have to say and I'm listening to you now and I'm paying attention, Chantal, to give people the impression that she cares about her VIBs? Is that what this is? Let me not only try to remake Natter's image, but mine too, because people are getting ticked off at me and they're taking their money away. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. Oh, you little manipulator, you. I'm just going to put on a better version of myself for a while until I get an attitude. I'm going to act like I care about people. And oh, I want your opinions. I care what you have to say. Oh, you little manipulator.
No, I choose to just be like, okay, I believe you. You know, I don't have proof. That's what I thought too. Lying doo-doo.
You know what? Somebody said the term before, duper's delight. So she's upset about this whole thing, and yet look at her. She's laughing, she's smirking. Duper's delight. This is all BS.
Thank you, Leslie.
She's not really upset. Look at her. She's laughing, she's smirking. This is all a big game to her. Big old troll.
It shouldn't matter at all, but
The outrage is so fake.
I guess I was finding myself have to break the Nader cycle for good. Yeah. That's the thing. I need to like really just like cut it and then like grieve it because I have to grieve it because I will. I know. Oh God, I'm sorry you went through that. Yeah, Shay.
See, here we go. So Chantal put a better version of herself on. You know, she put her mask back on. She tied it real tight so nobody could see the real her that only comes out when she gets drunk or messed up. She's got the sweet, I care so much about you mask on, and everybody's buying it. And what do we have here? We have a super chat. Somebody saying, Chantal, I've been there. I understand. I'm now much better. Reach out if you need to talk. See, it worked. Chantal's got the I'm here for you VIBs aura on, and people are buying it, and the money is starting to flow. Y'all are stupid over there. You don't see what she's doing. She don't care about you. She cares about your money. If she cared about you, she wouldn't have VIB member only chats. If she cared about you as people, she wouldn't put conversation behind a paywall.
Excuse me, make it okay. Pat? Chevy! He cries for food in there.
Oh, shut up, Chantal.
Come here, fat ass.
Yeah, she does a lot of that in this live too, the whole biting of the fingers thing, like biting on her hands, biting on her fingers. Usually she does that when she's taken something.
Yeah, Rhonda. Let's do fire. Hey, how are you? Colleen. Junior chicken sandwiches. I don't really like them too much, Nancy. I always get hard things. Being with Nader. No, accountable. I'm talking about look, things are ended and I'm just starting to like things are like melt feels like a spell's melting off and I'm just starting to see things in
Yeah, sure. She says that now. She spent some time with him. I don't know if that time is up or if he's in a motel room or something, but she can't stay away from Nader. She has to get her Nader fixed. Nader is her drug, and she can't go without it.
that fucking video from its waterway just messed everything the fuck up.
Yeah, it just blew it right open. It just exposed that all three of you are liars and scammers. That ain't nobody able to be trusted over there.
I'm glad I saw it. But it's like, yes, I know there were so many signs I didn't see them or I didn't pay attention or I ignored them or I rationalized them another way to fit my beliefs. You know? So I mean, friend. I'm the queen of deflection.
Yep.
I saw the sun.
Oh, shut up.
And my mood. Him too, he's fucking miserable with me. So I mean, why the hell are we even like, why are we so obsessed? Like, I don't get it. No, I don't, I'm not gonna be lied to. I'm not gonna do that to myself. No. Did you hear? What are you doing, fat chibus? No, they didn't like the fishy Vicky. I don't know if I'm BPD. Oh, Mom Kel.
You know, I don't know what was going on in the background, but that did not sound like a normal meow. That sounded like something was wrong with one of the cats. If I had been sitting where Chantal's sitting and they would have done that, I've been like, what's wrong? I didn't sound like a happy meow. This sounded like something was wrong with either one of them.
That like I'm honestly have some trauma from this. I'm not kidding. I don't want sympathy, but I can actually feel damage in my brain and my heart. Like I can actually feel pain in my.
Oh, shut up.
I had the shittiest day too. My boyfriend just decided to go off after work today, drinking. I've had enough to stay with.
See, here she is trauma dumping on people. And by doing that, she's trauma bonding with her audience. Now they're starting to open up and say, oh, I've had this and that happen to me too. And they're starting to feel, because by doing that, they feel sympathy for Chantal and they're not mad at her. That's why she does this. That's why she pulls the trauma crap on people. Because if they're feeling sympathetic towards her, then that means they're not mad anymore. They forget why they're mad in the first place.
Aww. If you are, that's fine. I'm just saying that because I'm mad because I don't want it to be part of my life because I'm jealous. Yeah, of course, Madeline. I would, yeah. Earl Grey with steam. Oh yeah, I love Earl Grey. I know Wilhelmina, but I don't want to believe that.
Oh, so Wilhelmina says he just wants money and you are just a pay pig to him. And when Dede dries up, he'll move on. Yeah? True words. She doesn't want to believe that, but that's what she is. She's a piggy bank. She's a walking ATM. And if she ever uttered the words, I'm broke, he'd move on to the next person.
Read my comments. Sorry. Privileged Beezer. Do you feel mentally unequipped? Mentally unequipped? Usually I don't use a lot of my mental when it comes to relationships. I always use my heart.
See, that's the problem. You don't let reason and logic take the driver's seat. You let your emotions take the driver's seat. And there's nothing wrong with emotions as long as they're not in the front seat. You feel me? They should be in the back seat. You know, reason and logic should either, one should be driving, one should be riding shotgun. And your emotions should be in the back seat, looking out the window. Because when you are feeling emotional, sometimes reason and logic do not exist in emotion. That's why you got to let the mind rule the heart, not the other way around. You know, emotions can be very powerful, but they can sometimes steer you wrong because you're not thinking straight.
I don't, Rats. I don't want to be with a pathological liar. Thank you. Go on double dates. What is this? Oh. Shay. Nice, Meg. What's wrong? I want chocolate cake. I'm gonna order chocolate cake. Hey, Gail. Hi, Annie Beth. Yeah, do a deep cleaning. Having channel. Yeah, I know. Roman Stroganoff. Multi-millionaire, I wish. Makeup tutorial. Drunk. A keg. Sad about the whole thing. Well, I loved him. You know,
You still love him.
yes, I do love him. Oh, really, Tanya? Oh, that's sweet of you. Nearby. Fuego. Yeah, it's something very toxic. Oh. Anyways, some men don't know how to handle this kind of drama though. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, if you were a real woman, you wouldn't make a man handle this kind of drama. Because that's not what relationships are about. It's not about creating a bunch of drama and then living in drama. It should be about two people coming together because they have a connection and they want it to be a positive experience, not a negative.
I know, it's obvious now, make it rain. Talking about this seems to help you, so talk all you want to offer. Well, I'm just like, I'm trying not to attack anybody because I don't want, but I'm just like, I don't know.
You know, I just had a thought. You can tell right here, right now, that it's not over. Because we know, Chantal, we know that if it were really over, and they were done, she would be ripping into him 120%. She'd be ripping into him, raging, going off about him. She's not doing it, is she? It's the things she's saying. She's really not doing anything. She's not raging about Nader. She's not putting him down. Nothing. So all of this crap is just BS. It is just something for views, for drama, for super chats, made up crap that don't even make any sense. Well, I'm going to go ahead and post this video. I'm not going to go any further. I don't see any sense. Hope you guys have enjoyed this live react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. I'm going to leave you guys with my outro video. And I hope you enjoy, and thank you for coming in and watching my react. So thank you again, and please take care. Bye-bye.